Hey guys, so another stream after a long time off line. Okay, it's a bit dark here still. Let's get some light into the room. So we are flying, remember, we need fuel. 7 tons. Pop fuel truck requested, and payload we need 14.6. Okay, we're loading the plane. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Button. We're looking at a zero fuel mass of 57.7. Yeah, very good. Just the fuel. It's almost done. Let's turn up the lights. Oops. And we can select some active Atc frequency. What do we have here? Oh, there's no ground. Really? Okay. Well, ATIS 12432. As you can hear, we can hear nothing. Tower 12685. So voice works, probably it's just the... It's just the voice server having issue with ATIS, so probably it's again deactivated. Alright, so while this thing is loading, I will quickly install my hardware, the yoke, throttle and so on.
Is my flight plan now correct? Lufthansa 546. Lufthansa 546, affirmative. Delta Foxtrot November 1, 2000. Delta Foxtrot November verstanden. Verkehrsinformation, eine Piper P28 jetzt auf die 4 Uhr Position 865. Dankeschön. Und Delta in November, bestätigen Sie, Sie haben die Cessna 172 jetzt ungefähr, Quatsch, was sind Sie auf 9 Uhr, 3 Uhr Position, meine Güte, ungefähr etwas über Ihnen, haben Sie immer noch nicht in Sicht? Wir sind die 3 Uhr, confirm 3 o'clock. Oh, yeah, your English, apologies for that. Affirmative, 3 o'clock. Negative, Delta in November. Then Delta in November, hold over November 1, please. Delta in November. On a 8 Mike Kilo, wind 2 degrees 4 knots, runway 33, takeoff, bye bye. Runway 33, cliff takeoff, Condor 8 Mike Kilo, Show flight, die später noch. Juliet 1, Romeo Golf, taxi via Delta 1, hold short, runway 33. Delta 1, hold short, 33, hold short, runway Golf. Bridge cargo 917, behind departing Condor A320, line up runway 33 and wait behind. Line up and wait, runway 33 behind departing Condor behind, temperature control 917. 306 Hamburg to Moin. 306 Chennai. Information Judith ist korrekt. Wir rollen zur Rollhalte Piste 05 über Delta 1 und Delta 7. Rollhalte Delta 7 bis 05 über Delta 1 und Delta 7, 306. Hamburg Tower, good evening, please 19. Please 19 Hamburg Tower, good evening. Please 19 PH-28, information Juliet, on board, request leaving for local flight via the Sierra and Juliet on board. Please 193 Juliet is correct, currently a lot of DSR traffic, expect departure in 5 to 10 minutes. Tower, moin, Lufthansa 018. Lufthansa 018, Hamburg Tower, moin. And 018, wind 03 degrees for knots, runway 45, clear to land. 018, runway 05, clear to land. Jet 1, Romeo Golf, taxi to gate 02 Alpha via Bravo 6, 3, 1, cross runway 33. Taxi gate 02 Alpha via Bravo 603, 1, cross runway 33, Jet 1, Romeo Golf. Hamburg Tower, Delta Charlie Foxtrot Mike Alpha, guten Abend, Information Juliet on board, request Startup in Alpha, clearance to Stuttgart. Delta India Romeo, continue on to November 2. On to Delta November, November 2, Delta November. Delta Foxtrot Mike, Hamburg Tower, hello, I need you on an out flight level, so you prefer flight level 330 or 310? 330, please. Delta Mike Alpha, flight plan amended. Information Juliet is current. Startup approved. EDDH Stuttgart, Eco 5 Golf departure. Flight plan route. Climb by split 5,000 feet. Squawk 2524. Delta Mike Alpha, flight plan amended to flight level 330. Startup approved. Clear to Stuttgart via Eco 5 Golf departure. Flight plan route. Climb 5,000 feet. Squawk 2524.
So, da sind wir. Here we are. Let's have a look at the ATIS. It's information Juliet. Oh yeah, by the way, did I fill in everything correctly in the overlay? No, I didn't. Okay, Boeing 737-800, so the overlay is correct now. We need to call the pushback. Boden am Brücke, yeah, still the wrong accent here for northern Germany, but well, what can we do? Der Gegenanflug, jawohl.
Hamburg Tower, schönen guten Abend, das ist Sky Travel 738. Sky Travel 7.
So, wie weit ist der Daniel? Ist er bereit?
Ja, Boeing 738.
Mal gucken, was er geschrieben hat.
Information Juliet on board for the clearance destination Stuttgart. Sky Travel 768, call you back shortly, number 1 for clearance. Deine Weiß, Sujet 250.
Alles klar, alle Türen und Luken sind zu. Wir sind fertig zum Verbinden.
Sky Travel 768, contact now Hamburg ground on 121.8 for clearance. Ground 121.8, Sky Travel 768. Sky. Jet 250, taxi to William Point runway 33, via 1 and Bravo 1.
Alright, cool. So we have information Juliet, blah blah blah, expect ILS approach runway 05, 33 for takeoff, when passing 2000 feet contact Bremen radar 11952, so 2000 feet, we contact the next station, and via Scandinavian 4844.
Charlie Mike, line up runway 33 and wait.
So information Juliet, runway 33, 2000 feet, 11952, wind 020, blah blah blah, light rain, broken 800 feet, that's quite low the ceiling, 8 degrees, it's cold, QNH 1003. 1003, 1003, reading 70 feet, that's good for the airport elevation. What else? Tempo scattered 800 feet, okay. Well done. Ah, now there's a delivery to help him, so 121.8.
Rechtskurs genehmigt, Wind 03.
So let's close this. So we need to start the APU 1, 2, 3.
IFR clearance to Amsterdam Schiphol, and we have information India on board.
Hallo Kirsten.
Amsterdam, via Whiskey Sierra November 3, Golf Departure, Flight Plan Route. Atlanta FLD, 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
So runway 33, heading 33
Schiphol
something.
Amsterdam via the Whiskey Sierra November 3 Golf route, flight plan route, climb 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000, KLM 1128.
KLM 1128, read back correct. When ready for pushback, disregard. KLM 1128, I need you on an even flight level. Do you prefer flight level 300 or flight level 280?
Flight level 280 is okay, KLM 1128.
1128, flight plan amended, when ready
So
for pushback,
7,000 power, kilograms, 14,6, 21 the
When ready, we
CG.
call tower 1268, 126,
Connect
85,
the
KLM
GPU,
1128.
APU, we can disconnect the GPU.
Guten Abend, it's Sky Travel.
Oh, it's busy, yeah? And we go to the AVI tab, charts, and there are the charts for Hamburg.
Call you back for clearance.
So we're expecting here the Econ 9er Golf departure, runway 33, heading 330 to this waypoint, Delta Hotel 250 at above. Speed 210 or less, 253, 103, 160 Econ. Very good. Tower frequency at 2000, then contact the approach controller, that's good. We are currently parked here on stand number 3, so pushback on Zulu 1, maybe on the orange or blue line, and then southbound, heading south, and then via Zulu 1 to Bravo 3 or 4 or 5. And if you have to come back, it's gonna be the ILS runway 05, 047, 10.5. But let's have a look first for the SID, initial climb clearance 5,000 feet. Is he using call for IFR clearance, so he is not using PDC.
Breaker INS 396, read back correct, and your cruising level today will be 290. Flight plan amended.
Delivery Moin, Scandinavian 4844, stand number 3, information Juliet, request start and clearance.
Helsinki, please. Winner 2 Kilo Echo, Hamburg, ground Moin, call you back for clearance. Second station calling, you are blocked.
That was the Scandinavian 4844, ready for clearance, information Juliet, stand number 3.
Scandinavian 4844, call you back for clearance.
Hoffe ich. I hope so.
Ryanair 396, did you copy? Cruising level 290 and then ready for pushback Hamburg Tower 121. Correction 126, this is 85.
Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting, we can finish the programming of the FMS, finally. So, ich kann also Bada, yes, good. 57.7, 7 tons of fuel is good. Oh, reserves, we have to look that up.
Gravity 1792, Hamburg, ground Moin, call you
So, alternate is Stavanger, 1.5
768, ready to copy your clearance.
tons. We add 1.1 tons for the final reserve, so 1.5 and 1.1 is 2.6.
768, information
0 when passing 2,000 feet, contact Bergen.
Ah, now the ATIS works.
119.520. Wind 340 degrees, 3 knots variable between.
So the voice ATIS server came back to life. And we need the wind data for cruise. It's almost no wind. 269, 10 knots and minus 2 degrees. 269, 10, minus 2.
68, read back correct. And for pushback
It's not even worth inserting, huh? Minus 2. Transition 5,000 feet, execute, and 1 limit. We're gonna use TO1, climb 1, 8 degrees is correct, and we can derate 30 degrees, so we insert 38 degrees centigrade assumed temperature. And oh, I jumped again. I should have done this first before selecting the thrust for takeoff and climb.
Ground, good evening, Lufthansa 103.
So flaps 5 and CG we set 21%, trim 5.5.
Call you back.
Roger.
5.5 set here.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo ready to copy.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, go ahead.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, check 8 information Kilo, startup approved, cleared Helsinki via Lubeck 1 Golf departure.
Oh yeah, I need to reset my
SID 5000 feet.
throttles here.
513.
Okay, that's good.
Cleared to Helsinki via Lubeck 1 Golf departure, climb 5000 via
Well, we can release the park brake to remove the aero bridge. No, that's not sufficient. We need to switch on the beacon.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, read back correct, when ready for pushback, Hamburg,
Oh.
Tower 126.
Move away. Ah, no.
126.85 push, and have a good evening, bye. Finnair 2 Kilo Echo.
Ryanair 306, that's correct.
Maybe
Break,
as
break.
well.
Scandinavian 8, correction 4844, ready to copy.
Scandinavian 4844, go ahead.
Scandinavian 4844, information Kilo now current, startup approved, cleared, Echo November Bravo Romeo via Ekan, 9er Golf departure, flight planned route, climb by SID 5000 feet, squawk 2506.
Scandinavian 4844 start approved. Ekan 9 Golf, 5000 feet and squawk 2506.
Scandinavian 4844, read back correct. Then ready for pushback, Hamburg, Tower 126, 850, Unflug, tschüss.
1685, danke, tschüss. So we go to tower. And we need to, there was something I want to do. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, we need to close the doors.
Friese 193, traffic information, A Piper 2.
That was it.
Now short final runway 05, report inside.
So we have to get this ready.
Friese 193, behind match traffic line up runway 05 and wait behind.
Ist da Daniel auch fertig für Pushback? Muss mal gucken, hat er was geschrieben im Chat? Nö, hat nichts geschrieben. Wir legen trotzdem los. Er wird schon dazu kommen.
Okay, then 103, request taxi.
2 stations.
Delta Fox November, Verkehr in Sicht.
Delta Fox November, verstanden.
Okay, dann lege ich los.
KLM 1128, taxi to Loading Point runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4.
Okay, du hast auch schon Clearance, gut.
To via runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4, KLM 1128.
Berg Tower, good evening. Finnair 2 Kilo Echo at stand for request push and start.
Hamburg Tower, good evening. Sweetjet 250 is at 3,500, 5,000.
So Ekan 9er Golf, let's see. Delta Hotel 250, 210 less, that's good. 253, 103, 160 Ekan. That's correct.
119,525.
Very good. So we can select
Delta Charlie Fox on Mike Alpha, request taxi.
flight director on heading select LNAV and VNAV, and we need the V speed, what is it? V2 is 145.
Holding point 05 via Delta 1, Delta 4, Delta Charlie Fox on Mike Alpha.
Tower Moin, Scandinavian 4844, stand 3, ready for pushback.
Scandinavian 4844, Hamburg Tower, Moin, pushback. Can you make a straight pushback into Zulu 4?
Scandinavian 4844, yeah, we should be able to do that.
Perfect. Scandinavian 4844, straight pushback, Zulu 4 approved.
Straight into Zulu 4, pushback approved. Scandinavian 4844. So he wants us to push back here into Zulu 4.
Delta Mike Tango 55 verstanden, verlasse Frequenz genehmigt. Tschüss.
Okay, let's do that. Then we have to go here,
Danke,
ground
verlasse
services,
Frequenz,
pushback, request pushback.
Boden am Brücke. Sag mal, wo ist die Uhr?
The back gets fast. We are ready for push start.
Friese 193, leave CTR via Sierra, right turn approved, wind 3 force route grease 3 knots.
So we go here, here, and here.
Fahrzeug ist verbunden und der Bühne ist angesetzt. Bin
Ja, ein Bayer, der in München, in Hamburg arbeitet. Ja, machen wir hier Fuel Pumps an.
Wenn du magst, kannst du gerne gleich weg.
Electrics are good. Seatbelts. heat, hydraulics, pack off, pressure up, open, open,
768.
and we can
Yeah,
start.
768. Confirm pushback approved, face southwest.
Engine number 2.
Pushback approved, facing southwest. Sky travel 768.
And
Mike Alpha, please, you cleared me Zibo 5 Golf departure out of runway 33. You told me taxi to holding point runway 05. Please confirm the departure route.
Okay, die Distanzanzeige stimmt nicht. Ich habe aber hier geprüft, also EDDH nach ENBR. Das ist im Bene-Overlay eingegeben.
Then reroute for the taxi.
Oh, we need to select fuel on, no? Might help. Light up.
33 via
And
Golf,
one coming
Delta
up.
Mike Alpha, no
Oil
problem.
pressure coming up.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo is for push.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo Hamburg Tower. Hello, pushback approved, face south.
Pushback approved, facing south. Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, thank you. Tower, good evening, Lufthansa 103 at stand 10.
Quite busy here, look at this lineup of aircraft. Yeah, Lauda, Leipzig, TUI, Finnair, Scandinavian, this is Daniel. Oh, somebody parked inside him.
Lufthansa 103.
TUI, yeah, Cavoc, oh, that's not a VA. Lufthansa, TUI, Partito Airlines, yeah, well, Smartwings, Sky Travel, KLM, wow, MD-11, nice, cargo here probably, not bad, and starting engine number 1, so start valve open, N2 coming up, next will be here the oil pressure,
Scandinavian 224 Hamburg
oil pressure, yep. And then we're waiting for 24-25% N2, and we select fuel on. We should get fuel flow here, light up, and 1 acceleration, and oil pressure should be as well coming up at the same time. And about 50-55% N2, the starter valve should close. Hopefully. Okay, it's a bit higher. Yeah, 57, yeah, okay. Alright, then we let's push it. We select flaps 5. Okay, it's getting a bit dark now already, isn't it? But well, then we land at
Wir
night.
sind da
That's
fertig.
fine.
Bitte setzen Sie die Parkbremse.
Okay, park brake set.
Drehen Fahrzeug. Bitte warten.
So, departure briefing, while he's disconnecting, so the MSA is 2,100 feet in all sectors. In case of engine failure, we climb straight ahead, we stay on runway heading, we climb 2,500 feet, just to have a round figure. And engine failure, we ask for a left-hand circuit to come back to runway 05. We said the ILS frequency is 110.5 and 15.8 is the frequency of the Ulster DME. That's the
Fahrzeug ist getrennt und die Pinisatzung.
yeah, the Ulster station. It's a pure DME station. It's only doing DME services. Cool, after start do a list, let's have a look. So we have yaw damper, fuel pumps, engine generators, APU off, the window heat, probe heat auto, anti-ice off, electric pumps on, packs and valve auto, APU off, cruising level set, landing level, oh we have to check that. Let me have a quick look here.
Lufthansa 103, taxi to holding point runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 1.
Via Zulu 1 and Bravo 1. Lufthansa
So
103.
Bergen is elevation 166, so we said 200 feet. 200.
Evening, requesting perspective.
Well then, let's call for pushback. Taxi.
31 792 Hamburg Tower, good evening. Can you tell me your position? Ah, there you go. Gravity 1792. Stand by. Call you back in about 2 minutes.
Roger that. 1792.
Scandinavian 4844 is ready for taxi.
2 stations.
Delta pass 01 1500.
Delta near November. Roger. Frequency change approved. Bye bye.
Approved with EF2 Delta November.
Scandi 4844 ready for taxi.
Scandinavian 4844. Taxi to holding point runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4. Follow the Finnair A320 on Zulu 1.
Taxi holding point 33 via Zulu 1 Bravo 4 behind the Finnair Airbus 320. Scandinavian 4844.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, request taxi.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, taxi to holding point runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4.
Taxi to holding point for runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4, Finnair 2 Kilo Echo.
Bye.
Tower, good driver, 2 jet 4 Yankee Golf, stand 63, request push.
2 jet 4 Yankee Golf.
Alright,
Tower,
let's give it a
hello,
go. So,
traffic standby.
park brake released, taxi
Call you
light
back
set.
in 1 minute.
Let's go.
3193, Roger, frequency change approved. Bye bye. And to Lufthansa 103, Roger.
So that's the, hopefully this is the Finnair Airbus, because it wouldn't make sense if you told us to taxi behind the guy that is just pushing back.
Yeah, as I said, expect push in a minute.
Hi Flo, welcome to the show.
Travel 768, wind 340 degrees, 3 knots, runway 33.
We just began taxiing here. It's quite biggy. Oh yeah, that's a little bit bigger, yeah. I got my business jet at work, that's sufficient. When I fly for fun, I use something else. Oh, Hund, Alarm!
Delta Mike Alpha, line up runway 33 and wait.
Alright, let's have a look. So, departure review. We have flaps 5, green light, auto brake RTO, speed breakdown, trim 5.5. We have
1792, it will be
heading select green, LNAV, VNAV ARM, 5000 feet, V2 145, QNH 1003.
224, pushback approved, face south.
And the communication procedure is we stay on tower frequency until 2000 feet, then we switch to 11952. Need to set that now. In the air, we will not have any time for that.
Alpine
11952, yeah.
5, taxi to stand 901
And
Bravo, and Yankee 3.
engine failure or another big emergency, runway heading, climb 2500, left hand circuit or vectors.
844, if possible, swing over to Bravo 5.
Bravo 5, Scandinavian 4844. Bravo 5 is this one? No.
Anyone else waiting for push except Gravity 1792?
Ah, Bravo 5 is here. Is it? Yeah, Bravo 5 is this one.
Lufthansa 4 Yankee Golf, pushback approved, face south.
Lufthansa 4 Yankee Golf, pushback approved, facing south.
On Gravity 1792, pushback approved, face southwest.
Pushback approved, southwest, Gravity 1792. Finnair 7 Echo Whiskey, request taxi.
Finnair 7 Echo Whiskey, taxi to holding point runway 33 via Zulu 1, Zulu 4, Zulu 5 and Bravo 5.
So welcome to Flying Otter, another real pilot. Just joined our channel here to have a look.
Delta Mike Alpha, wind 340 degrees, 3 knots.
And as well he's going the private jet route like me.
Delta Mike Alpha, runway 33, cleared for takeoff. Bye bye.
Alright, we hold short runway.
Air 2 Kilo Echo behind
33.
the departing light aircraft, line up runway 33 and wait behind.
Okay, park brake set, taxi light off.
Line up and wait, runway 33 behind Finnair 2 Kilo Echo.
And now we can wait. Cool, it's quite it's busy here, huh? Nice.
Helvetic 7 Papa Yankee, Hamburg Tower and up and wind check 340 degrees, 3 knots.
ATR, go. Wow, look at this here. It's really busy. I love the MD-11. Where's the aircraft?
Helvetic 7 Papa Yankee, after touch and go, contact Bremen radar 119.525, wind 340 degrees, 3 knots, runway 08, cleared for touch and go.
08, cleared for touch and go, after touch and go, contact Bremen radar 119.525, Papa Yankee.
Anything else we have to do? I hope not.
Jet 4 Yankee Golf, ready for push.
Jet 4 Yankee Golf.
Yeah, at the moment there are no jobs in the airlines.
Are
Eh?
you
Simple as that.
Stand 6 straight.
But the good thing in airlines is when you have a certain
Jet 4 Yankee Golf. Now
level
I
of
found you. Push back
experience,
face
it's
west.
easier to
Facing
jump
west, push approved to
up
Jet 4
the
Yankee
ladders,
Golf.
but company-wise, to improve during your career, because you just go to these assessments, and if you're good, if they like
aircraft expect a delay of at least 5 minutes.
if they like you, well, then you will get the job, if there's demand, obviously. While in private jets as well, there's a lot of, vitamin B, we call it, Beziehungen, vitamin B, so you need contacts.
And 2 Jet 1 Rumi Golf confirmed.
That's the most
waiting for
important. You need contacts.
2 Jet 1 Rumi Golf, push back
So
west south.
the job you're going for now, this will not be your last job, huh? It's just a starter. And don't stay there if they don't have anything better for you. You need to work your way up. But of course, do that for a year or two or whatever, but as well keep looking what is available.
Runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 5.
Taxi point 33 via Zulu 1, Bravo 5, Scandinavian 224.
Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, wind 340 degrees, 3 knots, runway 33, cleared for takeoff. Bye-bye.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 33, Finnair 2 Kilo Echo, thanks, have a good evening.
Lufthansa 103, line up runway 33 and wait.
Line up await, runway 33, Lufthansa 103.
Alright, we'll be after the Lufthansa.
4 Yankee Golf, request taxi.
This is the next to line up, and after this one, it's gonna be our turn, I guess.
Airbus A320 in front, taxi to point runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4.
Yes, yeah. Well, in business aviation, networking is paramount if you want to improve your career, if you want to go up the ladder, the steps. Oh yeah. I'm not good at it, so that's why I got stuck in my current company, but I don't mind. It's a good company to be stuck at. Probably otherwise I would have done something different. Oh yeah. But I did 5 years in the airlines, and then I joined business aviation, and I'm there since now. It's already, and I'm now in year 17. In year 17 I'm now, yeah.
Lufthansa 1 Tango Juliet for dead, contact Hamburg ground on 121.8.
Yep, that's the normal Hamburg evening. Thursday is always Hamburg night. Bremen Jam, like I think, whatever they call it. Hamburg King Time Thursday, whatever used to be called.
Jet 975, stand by due to traffic. Expect push facing south in 2 minutes.
Okay, let's dim the lights.
Gravity 17992, taxi to point runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4.
To runway 33 via Zulu 1 and Bravo 4, gravity 17992.
No, airlines are still cool, but it's a different lifestyle, and you will probably work much more, depending on the company you work for. Obviously, yeah.
Scandinavian 4844, behind departing Lufthansa Airbus A320, line up runway 33 and wait behind.
Behind departing Lufthansa Airbus 320, runway 33, line up and wait behind. Scandinavian 4844. But that's an Airbus 321, isn't it? Doesn't matter.
782 Hamburg Tower, Moin, pushback approved, face south.
Alright then, taxi light, landing light, strobe light.
And D93 Alpha, pushback approved, face
Wing
south.
light on for the cabin announcement.
Jet 4 Yankee Golf, ready for taxi.
Okay, the cabin is
Left
secure.
clear.
Right,
This guy's still rolling. Ah, they're now rotating. There they go.
Holding point 33 via Zulu 4, Zulu 5 and Bravo 5 to Jet 4 Yankee Golf.
So line up, what we do, we need transponder, lights and modes, yeah, all good.
Scandinavian 2 to 4, please roll a bit closer to the holding point.
I do so, Scandinavian 2 to 4.
On runway 33.
Yeah, runway 33 identified, heading checked. Park brake set. So runway course is 330 degrees, that's good.
Gravity 2406, Hamburg Tower.
Let's have a look.
Wind check 34 degrees, 3 knots, 1 departure ahead.
Maybe in flight I will roll back the time a little bit, so we land not in complete darkness, because as well that's very unsexy.
Scandinavian 4844, wind 34 degrees, 3 knots, runway 33 clear for takeoff, bye.
Runway 33 clear takeoff, Scandinavian 4844, tschüss. Good, clear for takeoff, auto throttle armed. Elapsed time running.
On runway 33. On runway 33.
Stable, toga. Let's go. Speed alive. 80 checked and throttle hold green. Or thrust set. 0.
And 2Jet 975 for your information could take 5 more minutes.
V1 at the throttle and rotate. Come on.
Yeah,
Rotate.
at least I can't
Concentrate and
but
gear
I
up.
believe 5 minutes.
Enough green. So I'm using the latest Zibo mod version, that's 3.48 fix number 2. Just got that one. It's a complete new version.
1000. Thereafter Bravo 5.
Yeah. Accelerating. So we have to stay on this frequency until we pass 2000 feet and then we will switch to Bremen radar.
Gravity 2406, wind 34
And yeah, joining the airlines again. Yeah, well, I don't know. At the moment I don't need to, but maybe someday I will. Yeah.
And 2406.
Speed check, flaps 1 selected. And we switch to frequency. Oops, that was a bit too much off trim. We don't want to descend. Come on. Keep the pitch up at least 5 degrees. Speed check, flaps up selected. Come on. She's a little bit temperamental on the pitch axis. Hey Steffen. Oh, da bist du wieder bei der Arbeit. Okay, vertical speed, let's reduce that to 1500. Bremen radar, guten Abend. Scandinavian 4844, 3000 feet, climbing 5000 feet.
Scandinavian 4844, Bremen radar identified, climb via SID flight level 100.
Climb level 100, Scandinavian 4844. VNAV speed green, level 100, select standard and standard. Oops, once is enough. And we climb level 100. Yeah, somehow the clouds here are not as expected. Or has the weather improved again? Temperature is 7, so we select anti-ice on.
Scandinavian 4844, contact Bremen radar 125.85, Zibo, bye bye.
12585, Scandinavian 4844. Just it's changed. We're in Bremen, Scandinavian 4844, climbing level 100.
4844 Bremen, how to identify climb level 240.
Climb level 240, Scandinavian 4844. Level 240 set. Wo ist Gewitter? In Leipzig oder hier im Simulator? Wir können mal wieder Wetterradar anschalten. So no, the weather radar is clear at the moment.
How to identify descent level 120.
So no, I'm not concerned. No, nothing. Okay, ja, ist möglich. Wir können ja mal gleich aus Wetterradar gucken. We can have a look at the real weather radar around Leipzig to see if something's coming. Level 100, accelerating to cruise climb. And we are boring, select autopilot on, command green, LNAV, VNAV speed. And we do the level 100 do list, so we need landing lights off, ignition, wing. We are above the clouds, so we can select the NTIs off and the fasten belts off. Auto brake, landing gears up and off.
Canadian 4844, connect Bremen, 123, decimal 902, ciao.
123 902, Scandinavian 4844, tschüss. 12392, a lot of frequencies today, a lot of sectors are active, not bad. That's nice. Beautiful.
Person only. Regio 5, Papa Mike, Romeo, Golf, India.
Regio. Another virtual airline.
Regio 5, Papa Mike, squawk ident.
Well, we can reset the chronometer, we have the elapsed time running here. Let's try to check in.
71792, Bremen unidentified. Climb flight level 240 for the moment.
One Bremen, Scandinavian 4844, climbing level 240.
Directly over Kemat. Yeah, Regio 5 Papa Mike, not on my map, stand by. Other station which blocked out.
Scandinavian 4844, Moin, climbing level 240.
4844 identified.
And let me climb.
Planta 103, climb rate just 1,500 feet or less. 1,500 feet or less, Lufthansa 103.
Let's have a look for this Regio guy now. He's not within 100 miles now. He's far away.
Yeah, Mike Alpha, contact Bremen 12875.
So what about Daniel? Is he already airborne or not? Let's have a look here in the pilot client.
Planta 103, yeah, just climb 230, everything's okay. Sky Echo Foxtrot Tango Dwight, contact Bremen, radar 128.75, bye-bye.
Yeah, he's climbing already. Yeah? He's now at 4,000 feet climbing. Okay, so he's on the way.
Oscar Echo Mike Alpha
Good.
X-ray and Oscar Echo Charlie Dwight.
But he's flying a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. And he's going to catch up with us a little bit. Huh?
Leopard 16 Mike, Unit Unicom 122, that's Mike, bye-bye. Which? Okay, LM 45 November, Unit Unicom 122, that's Mike, bye-bye. KLM 1128, Monitor Unicom 122, that's Mike, bye-bye.
Unicom 122, decimal 8, bye-bye, thank you. Bremen radar 19, Scandinavian 224, level 764, level 100.
Scandinavian 224, Bremen unidentified.
Bremen radar, KLM 1162, requesting descent.
Who was requesting anything?
KLM 1162 requesting descent.
KLM 1162, descent level 260.
Descent flight level 260, KLM 1162.
Panzer 103, contact Bremen, radar 128, 75, bye-bye.
128.75, Lufthansa 103.
KLM 18 Whiskey, contact Bremen, radar 128.75, bye-bye.
128.75, bye-bye, KLM 6.
Scandinavian 4844, climb flight level 330.
Oh, did he call me? I think he called me. Oops. Sorry, did you call Scandinavian 4844?
4, flight level 330 inbound Asmus. 334, Bremen radar had no identified. There was in station blocked another station requesting for descent. Call set only.
So, let him descend.
Forum Yapino correction, descent flight level 300.
And Scandinavian 4844, I think you missed the call. Please say again.
Scandinavian 4844, flight level 330.
Climb level 330, Scandinavian 4844. 330 set. Cool. Yeah, it's easy to get distracted.
334, direct Delta Whiskey 500. Lufthansa 334, direct Delta Whiskey 500. Lufthansa 9 X-Ray Charlie, monitor Unicom 122 is Mike, bye-bye.
Okay, I think I missed the call again. I should stop typing while I'm here.
Lufthansa 9 X-Ray Charlie, monitor Unicom 122 is Mike, bye-bye.
Sorry. Oh, hey, Jürgen. Welcome to the show.
KLM 355, direct Ripso.
But as well, we'll be leaving his sector shortly, so he should be calling us soon as well. We can have a look at the map. I can show you what I'm talking about. There we go. So here, this is a program called, if you don't know it, it's called Qt Scoop, and it can download the network status information from VATSIM, and then you can see what ATC and what and who and what pilots are online at this moment. It's kind of a snapshot that gets taken every 2 minutes or every 5 minutes, whatever you like. And so we are flying here from Hamburg to here, Bergen. And here, that's our flight, Scandinavian 4844. So we are expecting to get the call to change to Unicom between Tuktu and Al-Azhar, so probably in a few minutes, 2 minutes or so. And here, that's the other pilot flying here, that's Daniel. He's flying the same route. Actually, as soon as we pass Al-Azhar, I will go direct to Amsef to do a little shortcut, right?
Gravity 1792 for further climb. Contact Bremen radar 128.75. Bye-bye.
Let's have a look how busy they are here. Hamburg, you can see if you click on the airport identifier, you get a list of all the ATCs online. You see all the stations here. Oh, not bad. So many.
Contact monitor Unicom 122 is Mike. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we contact Danish Unicom, Scandinavian 4844. Danke, tschüss.
Sky Travel 7701, monitor Unicom 122 is Mike. Bye-bye.
122.8. There we go. Hop.
KLM 34.
On VATSIM, Unicom is normally 122.80. So when you just say Unicom, that's the frequency you need to select. Alright, let's continue here and up, Qt Scoop. So, and we see there are 41 flights arriving to Hamburg, 29 within the next 2 hours, I think, is the filter limit. And departures 38 in total, and 18 probably they're still on the ground still, or in the departure phase. All the others have already left the airport and are far away. You see here, distance here, quite a few. It's quite nice. Let's have a look here for Bergen. Bergen as well. There's tower and center, and an ATIS. I hope they will stay on until we land. Maybe I should give him a quick shout out that we are on the way and that it should not close. And you see here, time to go here. There's one guy landing in a minute, another one in 3 minutes, 8 minutes, 12 minutes, 41, and then that's us here in about 1 hour. And they got a few departures. The weather is good here, 320 at 8, so straight in landing, few towering cumulus clouds, 10 degrees plus, that's good, QNH 1012. Cool. So it's, I will send a quick message to this guy here, ENBR_1 tower. So if I now refresh, I can show you. Oh, let me hit F5 and it will refresh the position of the aircraft. There we go. And we're already here. So I will now select direct to AMSEF in the FMS. So let's go direct to AMSEF. We'll probably save a minute. Go direct, yeah. There we go. Wow, this is beautiful. I love these colors. Wow, cool. So the tower controller just replied to me on the private chat and said, yeah, maybe he will be there. Maybe not. We'll see. Oh, nice colors. Let's have a look from the outside. A bit loud, isn't it? Let me quickly check the exterior. It's not too loud, huh? I don't know why. Yeah, what kind of hurdles? What are you in Europe or are you in the US? What's your location? What kind of company? Is it European company, US company? Just to have an idea, because they're all different, huh? Okay, so I guess you will be a dream team? Yeah, there's only one charter company using Mustangs. Yeah, right. We see them all the time. I know. We see them all the time. I guess you know what company I work for. Huh? So you will go on. You will be going to flight safety, yeah? For the training, maybe. Yeah? Actually, I don't know what. I don't know who trains. I don't know who trains Mustangs in Europe. Or is it CAE? I don't know. Okay, well, maybe I see you next week then. Or when will you be going there? Soon, because you are in Farnborough all the time. On tour. One of our hubs for the London area. Okay, yeah, no, I will be on. No, I'm on the Falcon. There's only one training center basically for flight safety in Europe that does it, and that's in Paris. Luckily, I prefer going to Paris. Much easier. I take the train. Alright, so basically the hurdles. Well, the main thing is for the simulator, every time be well prepared. They should provide you, every time they should provide you with a kind of, mission objective, what you will be handling in the upcoming session. So have a look at all the manuals, or the chapters, the abnormal checklist, and you really have to know the memory items from the abnormal checklist. That's really important there. So I guess you have worked already with a paper tiger. I guess you know that, you know what a paper tiger is. The paper cockpit, a poster of your cockpit of the Mustang. I guess you got one, or you will receive one, a big poster, probably, I don't know, A2 size. So you can, when you do your checklists or your procedures, even on that paper tiger, we call it paper tiger. you physically put your finger onto the knob on the overhead panel or on the center pedestal. It helps a lot training your muscle memory, because later on in a simulator, if you are already quite good with this, you will have an advantage, obviously, because you will be able to concentrate on the other things. So it's a bonus. So you will be better in learning the abnormal procedures and so on. And I guess the Mustang is not awfully complicated. And as well, yeah, important thing is during the training, try to find out and really make notes. What are the traps, the bad things of that aircraft. Every aircraft has some traps, some bad parts, some things that if you really follow the checklist to the dot without using your brain or your knowledge and experience, it will lead you in the wrong direction. So it's really important to try to pick them up as soon as possible and then be aware of them, because yeah, of that. And the most important is stay with the SOPs, with the AFM or whatever. I don't know if your employer has a special SOP call-outs for your type of aircraft. Maybe they have some modifications. Really try to really stay on them and don't divert too much. In the beginning, it's really important to really be quite disciplined and strict with yourself for these things, because it will help you tremendously in keeping the overview. Because if you do the same thing every time, the same way, the same call outs, first of all, of course, both pilots in the cockpit will stay in the loop and can guess or even know what the other guy or girl is doing. And also, which for me is the most important, if you always use exactly the same procedure to do this, to do a thing like, okay, if you fly the ILS, you do it always like this. When you select a new level and how the way you confirm it and set the QNH or standard, there should be a fixed set of a procedure. And if you do it like this, someday, if something goes wrong or is omitted, forgotten, you will see it right away. If you do it differently every time or every day, you will not find out, because it doesn't catch your attention that something has been done in a different way. And if everybody stays as standard as possible, I know it's not always possible as well, we're not 100%, I guess we are 95% standard where I work. But if you stay as standard as possible, then it's a good chance, you have a good chance that you prevent fuck-ups that may cost you your job, career, life, embarrassment. And yeah, and don't forget, you as the co-pilot, as the first officer, you are our life insurance as captains, because when we make a mess, you are supposed to pick it up and tell us, hey boss. Of course we don't say boss or chef or sir, we don't say that, of course. No, we talk to each other with our names, first names, obviously. But of course we say, hey boss, just for fun. But when you you can say, hey boss, you're messing up, you forgot the QNH, or check QNH, yeah? This is really important, this kind of stuff. So don't think that you are, oh, I have no experience, I'm new and so on. If you think that something is not correct, not right, then speak up. Better speak up 10 times without a good reason than not speaking up when there was a good reason. Yeah. No, CRM. But come on, everybody can fly a plane. You put your hands on the yoke and you go left, right, up, down, and you use the throttles to go faster and slower and whatever. Anybody, well, not anybody, but most people can do that. But of course, CRM as well means you need to have this little, the correct feeling of how to address something, or when to address something, in what way. If it's urgent, of course, if it's something urgent and there's no time to discuss, you say, hey, speed, or check speed, if it's going too slow, too fast. Yeah. And of course, if you come across people who get pissed off because you do that, then it's not your fault, it's their fault. And then you should try to discuss it with them, because the roles in the cockpit, in a company, they should be clearly defined and as well adhered to. Yeah. So and this is the main thing that you need with that you have to build experience to get the right feeling of how to keep the overall picture. I guess you heard about a situational awareness, SA, situational awareness, how to keep the situational awareness, how to stay ahead of the aircraft. And if you are really good in your SOPs, in how you do things, it's easier, or it's much easier actually, to stay ahead of the aircraft. Because you don't need to think like, oh, he did this because and why, and did he really do it? No, you don't need to, because he says, oh, here, set QNH set. And not like, oh, set the altimeter, blah, blah, blah. No, set QNH. So, yeah. And as well, below level 100, I guess you know the sterile cockpit philosophy. Yeah, well, below level 100, keep the conversation or private conversations to a minimum. But of course, at least where I work, nobody will hit you in the face when you say, oh, that's a nice house down there, look at that mansion. Of course you do that, and then after 5 seconds you're back in your cockpit. You cannot stay below level 100 for 10 minutes not saying anything else. Yeah. But as well, one important thing is when you are low level, in our company the rule is 3,000 feet above ground level, always keep your hands on the controls and on the throttles when you are pilot flying. This kind of stuff. They like that in flight safety, to always be in control. But of course, if you're higher up, you don't need to, because we will have enough time to intervene in case of some loss of control. That is not intended, like an autopilot upset or whatever can happen. Yeah. Oh yeah, very important thing. I guess you learned that in the MCC. When you change a setting on your autopilot or flight guidance control panel, on or whatever it's called in the Mustang, I used to fly the Citation XLS, and there these knobs, they were everywhere in the cockpit. One knob was here, another one was there, another one was here. Horrible, but it's what it is. But as well, you get used to it. No, main thing I want to make is, when you make any change here to any of these modes, heading, LNAV, VNAV, vertical speed, blah blah blah, yeah, check it's there. Whatever is on the FMA is not valid. The only thing that is valid is what you see on your screen. This is what the plane is doing, not what is on the FMA. What you see on the screen, this is what is law. This is what they're doing. As well, they like that at flight safety. Oh yeah, you see, I kicked off the auto throttle because when I was gesticulating, I pulled one throttle back a little bit, so we lost the auto throttle. So let me switch it back on, and we go. Yeah, we have FMC speed green, so we are saved. Will not crash. So where are we now? AMSEF. So, but this thing, like only what you see in the what you see on your screen is valid. This is the basic rule of glass cockpits. Okay, then let me find another airport for the gentleman. ENCN, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, basically make notes, try to get the cockpit flow, point on the bloody poster. I don't know, will you have some kind of program, or, you know, digital cockpit procedure trainer? I don't know what flight safety has there for the Mustang. For the Falcon, they basically in Paris, what we have for the Falcons is, it looks like a cockpit, and you have 4, 5, 6 huge touch screens, and all the cockpit panels are displayed on these screens. You have a center pedestal and the 4 display units and an overhead panel. Everything is there, and you can actually do your checklist, and you can fly the plane with your fingers, and you can select on and off and this kind of stuff. I don't know what they have for you in Farnborough at Flight Safety. Alright, so I need to call the controller here soon. I guess we have to call Flesland Tower. Yeah, Polaris control. The frequency is 1255. Let me check in with him. 1255. Polaris control. That's the new name of Norway control. Polaris. Polaris control. Good evening. It's Scandinavian 4844, flight level 330 at MZEF.
Scandinavian 4844, Polaris. Good evening to you. You're cleared BAT up to Papa arrival for runway 35.
BAT up to Papa runway 35, Scandinavian 4844. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Shall we request an Rmp approach? Or just the boring ILS? Yeah, we do Rmp whiskey. Scandinavian 4844, we would like to do the Rmp whiskey approach, runway 35.
4844, that's copied.
So BAT dip to Papa will take us to Godit. Ah yeah, it's already straight in. Okay, cool. Or was there Godit? Ah yeah, Godit, yeah. Let's have a look. Up, Godit, yeah, very good. It's all there. So let me quickly ah yeah, here. You can see him, the guy from Discord. He is
Scandinavian 321, full established runway 01 left. Scandinavian 321, cleared land runway 01 left, wind 020 degrees left. Cleared to land runway 01 left, Scandinavian 321. Shuttle 173, identified 5,000 feet. Climb flight level 280, direct PSU. Flight level 280, direct PSU. Broadsword 02 descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1013.
okay. Before we get too much behind the power curve here, I need to quickly generate the charts for Bergen, Flesland. Arrival, we don't need departure, so we set the BAT up to Papa arrival, and airport chart, parking stands, and we do the Rmp runway 35. Ah, here it's just Rmp. In the FMS it says Rmp whiskey. Well, whatever.
Scandinavian 23 Delta, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1012.
Doesn't matter.
Descent 5,000 on QNH 1012,
I'm
Scandinavian.
printing the charts here as a PDF. You can't see this, it's in the background.
Scandinavian 311, you can expect island.
So, basically, what kind of advice can I give you? This is probably my advice. It's very generic, but and obviously you, I guess you know this. When you make mistakes, be open about it. In the simulator, when you work together in the cockpit, if something is outside the parameters, well then tell them. like, oh, here, check speed, or check heading, check altitude, check rate of climb, yeah, and so on. Be a team. You have to work together, because only together can you pass this. Yeah. This is the main. This is what they like in flight safety. You can be the best pilot in the world, but if you can't work together with the other person in the cockpit, no. So you have to find a way to effectively and efficiently communicate with the other person, and it's as well important to listen as well. I talk very fast, and so I'm maybe as well I'm a strong character. For me, it takes quite a bit of energy and strength to actively listen to the other person flying with me or working with me. So, but everybody has his or her weaknesses, weak points. So you need to find out what is your weak point, what are your weak points, how can you improve, and so on. So it's a very personal thing. So I can't tell you will pass this by doing this and that. I'm just telling you, yeah, run the show nicely, be a team, and the one who's in the captain's seat during your training has to take the lead, yeah. But the lead doesn't mean that you should take decisions lonely. The decision is taken, maybe the final decision will be taken by the captain, but the other person as well has to have an input. And if it's wrong, well, you discuss about it. And if you don't find a common point, and the time is a critical item in this case, well, then take a decision. Yeah. So now I need to say something for the guy that is trying to do a radio check. Oh, no, wrong button. Fly Dubai 4319, you copy? Oh, I have to go back here to COM1.
Yeah, we say everyone, Sierra Bravo, very slow, you clear the ground, bomb to hotel departure, runway 36, climb to flight level 210, and squawk 4006. We're clear to go down, departure, bomb, go to hotel, runway 36, climb flight level 210, squawk 4006, with a 1 Bravo, Sierra Bravo, back direct, mission start for EDDH-1, 012. 012, full back and set up, 04, Sierra Bravo. And control is 024, level 330. Yeah, so you're turning away from the airport now.
Brother, your request, direct inquiry.
Did you say INRR, India November Romeo Echo Romeo?
I said India November. Sorry, India November Victor Echo.
Yeah, that's approved, and the report field inside.
Alright, so, yeah, well, there's so much you can talk about this stuff. And as well.
Polaris, very good tuning, Scandinavian 224.
I don't know everything as well. Huh? I'm sure somebody else will have a better answer than me.
Question. You're already doing that. You're cleared for the bar dub to Papa arrival runway 35.
Okay, Papa to Papa for runway 35, Scandinavian 224.
But
Scandinavian 13, 20 miles, top of the sun.
probably I'm repeating myself, but the most important thing for a safe flight, apart of course from a functioning aircraft and so on, is what's going on?
It's kind of a nice to take it from the
908, Roger, taxi Victor Romeo.
Yeah, I didn't hear him.
7.
I was talking too much. Huh?
Victor Romeo, Canadian 2T Delta, descent 4,000 feet, cleared island, runway 01 left.
Descent 4,000 cleared on the ILS 01 left, Scandinavian 23 Delta.
Scandinavian 4844 affirm, we're here.
Yeah, I'm trying to call you a couple of times to give you a shortcut, clear direct EDDH.
Oops, sorry for that. And we proceed direct EDDH, Scandinavian 484. Oh yeah, I talk too much in the stream today. Wow, we have a lot of top of descents here, look at this. What is this? Deceleration point? Okay, let's have a look at the charts. So we were cleared for the Bardab to Papa arrival, going Bardab to Octos, Dibna, Lekta. We won't go there anymore because he cleared us direct to EDDH, and I guess that's already on the approach chart.
Airport is directly to the north of you now, do you have it decided?
So that's the Rmp runway 35, and yep, EDDH. There we go. So EDDH at 3,000 feet, descend 2,500 to Tixom. Let's have a look. EDDH 3,000 down to Tixom 2,500. Cool, all in. But let's start from the top. So Bergen runway 35, Rmp approach. Yeah, that's all good. The MSA is based on the airport reference point. It's 5,500 feet. There's terrain here to the east of the field. Final approach is from Tixom, 2,500 feet, 7.2 miles to the runway threshold. It's a 3-degree descent path, which is standard. If we want to, we can check the steps in between here. For example, if we are 5 miles from the threshold, we should be at 1,800 feet. There should be 2 puppies next to the touchdown zone, and there are several minima for us. LPV, no, we can't do that, but we will do it LNAV, VNAV with a minimum approach climb gradient of 3%. And we are a category C aircraft, Charlie, so 520 is the minimum. Baro minimum selected, and we set 520. Oh, that was too far, 520, there we go. And we need RVR here, Charlie, 1,300 meters.
Yep, do that, no problem. Thank you.
Should something happen with the VNAV function, we can fall back to LNAV, and then the minimum would be 630, 100 feet higher. But actually it's an MDA, so we have to add 50 feet, so that's 680. So 700 feet. And RVR requires 18. But the weather is nice, so not of our concern really. Missed approach, climb on 350 degree track to waypoint EDDH. Enter the holding at 3,000 feet, expect vectoring. Okay. Alright. And after landing, So runway 35, we're probably going to vacate via Alpha 5 or Alpha 4 and then taxi via, what is this here? Yankee? Yeah.
Canadian 491, clear direct to
Yankee and then maybe here via Fox or Golf. I don't know what terminal they use for us. Either Terminal 2 or Terminal 1. We will see. They will tell us. Let's scroll back here. There's a VUR north of the field. Yeah, well, we don't say that now. Don't want to cheat. Okay, let's have a look for the ATIS, or let's actually listen to the ATIS. So the ATIS.
Scandinavian 4844, when ready, descent flight level 100.
Descent when ready, level 100. Scandinavian 4844. Now I listened. Okay, level 100.
Scandinavian 224, clear direct EDDH.
And we already passed top of descent, so let's get the hell down.
Shuttle 173, clear direct Godid.
I messed up. I lost my situational awareness. The good news is in the real aircraft you don't have that really, because you don't have to have your head down there, because you will hold your tablet like this probably and you can still look at all the instruments. So much noise here, really. So ATIS 12525. 125.
And Scandinavian 23 Delta fully established 6 man.
1930 Zulu. Scandinavian 23 Delta, clear to land runway 01 left with Bergen information, Charlie.
01 left, clear to land. Scandinavian 23 Delta
Zulu. Expect ILS approach. Runway use 35. Transition level 85. Wind 320 degrees 8 knots. Visibility more than 10 kilometers. View at 5,000 feet. Temperature 8. 8.0 QNH 1013. Josie report information, Charlie. This is Bergen. Information, Charlie. 5,000 at time 1920.
Okay, we need level change because we are way too high.
Runway use 35.
Descending
Transition level 85.
QNH 1012.
Visibility more than 10 kilometers. View at 5,000 feet. Temperature 8. 2.0 QNH 1013.
1013.
Information, Charlie.
Information Charlie.
1930 Zulu. This is Bergen fulfilled information, Charlie. At time 1920
Oops.
Zulu. Expect ILS approach. Runway use 35.
Okay, so we got the ATIS.
Scandinavian 224, when ready, descent flight level 100.
When ready, descending level 100.
Okay, now this is a little bit excessive.
Guys, flights will be right back. I think everyone's settled for the next couple of minutes, so I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Enjoy. Cool, so QNH 1013 is set, and here we preset 1013. Terrain on. Terrain. I'm doing some support on the side, so for Swift, the file client. That's why I was as well a bit distracted. So we set the course 350, we have the minimum. Well, actually we can do our mnemonics. So we have weather is good, no terms we didn't check, but everything works. Performance. Oh yeah, we need to initialize the approach. That's why we do this. Huh? So we need to get our approach speeds, landing speeds. So here flaps 30, VREF 144, which will give us a V approach of 149, so plus 5 knots because we have less than 10 knots of wind. Then performance, fuel. So we currently have 3.9. We are estimating 3.5 on landing, and we need 2.6.
Okay, that's better. Polaris is back.
Congratulations. 2.6 to divert, so we have almost 1 ton to burn before we have to divert in case of missed approach or whatever delay. We've done the briefing. Oh, I didn't check the missed approach path actually. Yeah, Irrdarf and hold, it's good, 3000 feet. So we've done the briefing and the nav settings, and good. So we are good for the approach.
Victor and the Delta stand 2-4. Victor Delta stand 2-4, Scandinavian 2 feet Delta. Thanks very much and good evening. Good evening.
Good day. Air Canada 6-1, ready check.
Air Canada 6-1, Polaris hello, Ranger 5.
Roger, requesting for clearance to Echo November Bravo Romeo.
Air Canada 6-1, Roger. You clear to Bergen via Atlas 5 Alpha departure runway 01 left. Climb 7,000 feet, squawk 5575.
Roger, clear to destination via Atlas 5 Alpha departure 01 left is active, initial 7,000, squawk 5575, base 76.
Air Canada 6-1, read back correct. Scandinavian 1, correction 4844, descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1013.
4,000 feet, 1013, Scandinavian 4844. 1013, 4,000. Was it 4,000 feet? I think it was 4,000 feet, yeah. Alright, let's speed 240. And we pull the nose up a little bit to slow down. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. Wow. Okay, we didn't have to change the time because we are approaching the longest day of the year, and so the sun is staying up because we have been flying northwest. Not getting dark. Here at home in Germany, it's dark already outside. Yeah, it's dark, very dark. Okay, we keep 250 as long as possible. Scandinavian 4844.
Thank you very much. Descend flight level 9 or 0. Descend flight level 9 or 0. With 010 Bravo, Sweden is offline, warranty Unicode, altitude as placed. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's pull the nose up a little bit. Alright then, seat belts, landing lights, ignition, oops, come here, logo and wing, cockpit light off, and select level change. It should now keep this pitch until we reach 250 knots, and then it should adjust the pitch to remain in idle thrust and use the pitch to maintain the speed. And if we have to go steeper, I have to use speed brakes or flaps maybe. How many miles to go? 30 miles to go. Yeah, we're a little bit on the high side, but we can still compensate. Yeah, okay. I don't like flying without valid nav settings. At least the VUR we set.
QNH-1012.
Roger, push and start approved there, Canada 6.
Scandinavian 8 for Lima, hallå. Det kommer en ny person på Tower nå, så du kan switche tilbake til Tower på 19.
Alright, you see, at the moment 4,000 feet, we're gonna be too high there, so I use a bit of speed brake to bring down the nose, or rather increase the rate of descent. Oh yeah, we need a bit of speed brake, a little bit more.
Scandinavian 4844, descend 3,000 feet, cleared Rmp Approach, runway 35.
Descent 3,000 feet, cleared Rmp Approach, runway 35, Scandinavian 4844. Cool. 3,000 feet set, QNH, yeah.
Now shuttle 173, descend 4,000 feet. Descend 4,000 feet, shuttle 173. Scandinavian 224, descent 5,000
Engine anti-eyes on.
QNH 1013. Descending 5,000, QNH 1013, Scandinavian 224.
Okay, now we need to slow down. So let me select flaps 1. I take vertical speed 1500 and we slow down 200 knots. Scandinavian 4844 reducing speed 200.
And 4844, roger. Shuttle 173, report speed.
Speed check, flaps 5 selected.
Speed 220. Shuttle 173, roger. Reduce speed 190 knots. 190.
1,000 to go.
Finner 8 Oscar Yankee, we are fully established at runway 01 left.
Finner 8 Yankee, roger. Clear to land runway 01 left. Wind 020 degrees 6 knots.
Clear to land, runway 01 left, Finner 8 Oscar Yankee.
Scandinavian 311, via Valpu, clear ILS, runway 01 left, descent 4,000 feet. Via Valpu, clear ILS, runway 01 left, descent 4,000.
So we have 3.5 miles to define approach fix. So we can descend 2,500 actually. Vertical speed. Let's make it 1,000. Speed brakes retracted.
Scandinavian 491. Shuttle 173 via Godin, cleared ILS, whiskey approach, runway.
Is tower still here? Oh yeah. 19.1.
3,000 feet via Godin for ILS 35. Scandinavian 4 runway 844, contact tower 119.1.
Approach mode 1191, Scandinavian 4844. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Alright, so we have final approach course green, altitude hold green, glide path armed.
One on Sierra, clear direct in descent 5,000 feet.
So reach to tower. Tower, good evening, Scandinavian 4844, RMP runway 35.
Scandinavian 4844, pleasant tower, wind is 3 to 0 degrees 8 knots, runway 35, clear to land.
Runway 35, clear to land, Scandinavian 4844. Oh la la. Alright, so the glide path is green. We can set target for missed approach 3000 feet straight ahead to Idava. And then gear down. Speed check, flap 15. We go back all the way to approach speed 149. Speed check, flaps 25 now. And the speed limit is 175, yeah, and we can select flaps 30, speed brake armed. Landing checklist, gear down, 3 greens, flaps 30, green light, auto brake 2. And speed brake, here's the green light armed. We are clear to land, and we go to the landing view, and we go manual, autopilot off, auto throttle is off, we can cancel the warning, and land the plane, hopefully. Speed is checked, correcting. Florent, are you still here? Or was it too boring for him? Poor guy. Oh, you're still here? Yeah, okay. Here, there's another thing. I guess you learned that during your CRM course. For example, when I see my speed is deviating from the target speed, and I see it myself, and I do something as well, I say, oh, speed check, correcting, so the other guy knows, okay, he saw it, he's doing something about it. Basically clear and open, yep, continue. And you see the VNAV is taking us in too low. So I will reduce the rate of descent until we rejoin the puppy. There we go, 1 white, 3 red.
300.
And we are back on the puppy. We can resume our normal rate of descent. In the real world, the plane wouldn't arrive too low. No, don't worry.
National 178, pleasant tower,
50,
number 2, continue approach.
30, 20,
Idle.
10.
Oops. I almost messed it up. Oh, and then the butter landing. Good. But we almost impacted that poor runway. Reverse green. Okay, maybe manual braking. Can we do Alpha 4? Yes, we can. I'm cheating. Yeah, when I pulled out the throttle, the thrust, the nose just dropped. And I wasn't prepared for that. So there have been some changes.
Scandinavian 4844, taxi, Bravo, Whiskey, stand 28.
Stand 28 via Bravo and Whiskey, Scandinavian 2844. 4844 actually. Okay. Stand 28. Let's have a look. So 28 is at Terminal 2, and he told us to go Bravo and Whiskey. Okay, Bravo, Whiskey, and then here left, and then 28 on the terminal. Good. So second to the right, and that's it. Alright, up now. Oh, I think I never switched off the NTIs. Of course not. Yeah, too busy. Alright, and up after landing, items, landing light off, strobe light off.
Wind is 230 degrees, 8 knots.
We can inform the cabin crew that they can get up.
Let's land runway 35.
And transponder goes to altitude off, but not completely off, of course. And trim goes back to standard 5.
Scandinavian 8 for Lima, taxi Whiskey Hotel.
Oh, I forgot to stop the elapsed time counter.
Taxiing Whiskey Hotel, runway 35, we'll use Alpha 8, Scandinavian 8 for Lima. Roger.
Oh, is this Daniel? Oh no, it's another one. Somebody else is landing.
Scandinavian 8 for
First.
Lima, will you be ready upon reaching?
Yeah, this is Daniel, the second light, and this is the
Already, copy
it's the North Shuttle 173.
8 for Lima, will you be ready when reaching off 8? I think so. I'll report when I'm there. Scandinavian 8 for Roger.
Yay, he made it. Luckily, flying and landing a real aircraft is much easier than in the simulator, I can tell you. I can tell all of you. I can tell all of you. My regular viewers know this already. I keep repeating myself.
Hotel 173, taxi Yankee Golf November, stand 17.
Okay, we start the
Yankee Golf
APU.
November, stand 17.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. APU valve open. Isolation valve open. Very good. You see, my crew here is well trained. So 28
Scandinavian 8 for Lima via
here on the
Alpha 8
corner.
runway 35.
Let's have a look if something is written on the ground.
85. 35.
Yeah, there is. It's 28. Yeah, that's 28, yeah. Yeah, here.
Scandinavian
28.
224, want to depart ahead of you. Continue approach. Continue Scandinavian 224.
Oh yeah, Florent, one more thing
Wind is 30 degrees.
before you go, or when you go flying the real aircraft. The golden rule is never close the aircraft door before a flight without doing a full walk around. Check all the doors, hatches, chocks, whatever, because it will save you of some embarrassments. Happened to me as well. And actually a few years ago in our company as well, they made it a rule, and we have to do it now. You're blinded by the light. No, pre-flight, pre-takeoff. So before, when you go for a flight, before you close the main door, before you start the engines, whoever is the non-flying pilot, so whoever closes the main door before the flight,
Scandinavian 224, wind is
do a full walk around. It may be cumbersome and annoying, but someday it will save you some embarrassment, or maybe your life, who knows. Alright, so we have the AP running, we can connect the APU, and we can shut down the engines. On to. Shutdown is checked, beacon off. Before, after, fuel pumps, that's all good, that's all good. Fasten belts off. Oops, wrong button. And transponder is on standby. 2000. And we have docked. Very good. We made it. And now we can watch the landing of Daniel. Actually, we can watch him land. Let's follow him. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. I love it. I love the colors. Yes, the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is more beautiful. It is. But this is pretty as well, I think. And if you do an IFR flight, for me personally, this is sufficiently nice. Beautiful. Okay, this doesn't look good here. No, it doesn't. It looks like a tsunami. But I don't want to see it. Gerne, Kirsten. Ich denke mal, du wirst dich ins Bett begeben. Dann, gute Nacht. Ups. Let's see if the light data will be transmitted correctly when Daniel will switch off his landing lights.
Taxi Bravo Whiskey Stand 26. Bravo Whiskey Stand 26. Scandinavian 224.
He's either taxiing on the grass or he has a different scenery. Okay, we should be able to see when he retracts the flaps in the after landing checklists or do lists, and when he will switch off the landing lights. I wonder if the data will be transmitted correctly. I think it's pretty cool that you can transmit all this information. But of course, the model has to as well be able to simulate these, and as well, read and simulate these commands. Dann sind die Klappen schon eingefahren oder noch draus gefahren? Sag mal Bescheid. Yeah, he's using a different scenery, definitely. Yeah. Ah, now you see, the flaps are coming up. Cool. Nice. Brilliant. Very nice. So we close this one, and we go here, and we go there. Chocks, GPU, doors, forward, entry open, cargo. And we can select ground power on, APU off, fuel pump off. And open the door. Let's go home. Oh, that's slightly not good, the graphics, so we don't look at anymore. Okay, this looks healthier. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I will unplug in a moment. and enjoy the evening as well. Dann bis gleich im Discord oder bis morgen oder die Tage. Alright, so if you want to know more, you can contact me in Discord, obviously. Alright, ciao Daniel, danke fürs Mitfliegen. Bis bald, tschüss.